Students, this is 130th maths class. This is 130th maths class. Look at that question, students. So you can see a question on the board. Find the value of P so that the lines are perpendicular. So we have a condition. We have a condition for the perpendicular of two lines. Tell me the condition, students. A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is equal to 0. Before considering the condition, you look at the given equations. They are not in standard forms. First, you should bring the given lines into standard form. Let's go for doing that. So, okay, students, solution. So 1 minus x in standard form it should be x minus x1. X minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. Let us go for doing that. So bring minus from that. You bring minus from that. So minus of x minus 1 by 3 is equal to, so I should remove 7 from this. 7. Remove that 7 from that. 7 into y minus 2 by 2p. Z minus. This is in correct form. This is correct. This is in correct form. That is z minus z1 by 2. Z minus 3 by 2. So now you go for rearranging. You rearrange these terms, students. Bring that minus down. X minus 1 by minus 3. Bring that 7 down. Y minus 2 by, so right. So 2p by 7. Z minus 3 by 2. Now it is in correct form. X minus x1 by a. Y minus y1 by b. Z minus z1 by c. X minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. Now, so you can collect a, b, c. You take this as a1, b1, c1. So we have one more line. So you do the same thing for this line also. You do the same thing for this line also. Tell me how much is to be removed, students? Minus 7. You remove minus 7 from that term. If I remove minus 7 from this term, minus 7x becomes plus x. So removing minus 7 from this means plus 7 becomes minus 1 by 3p. If you have doubt, multiply and cross check. Minus 7x we have that. Minus into minus plus 7 by 3p. So y minus 5 by 1. Again, this is the terms are reversed. You remove one minus from that. Minus of z minus 6. So by 5. Rearrange, students. Rearrange. Bring that minus 7 down. X minus 1 by 3p by minus 7. 3p by minus 7. So y minus 5 by 1. Bring that minus down. Z minus 6 by minus 5. Right. Now, so right, look at the standard lines. Observe these two standard lines. This is standard line. This is also standard line. A, B, C. A1, B1, C1. A, B, C. A2, B2, C2. So tell me A1, students. A1 is minus 3. So B1 is, so 2p by 7. C1 is 2. A2. So tell me A2. 3p by minus 7. 3p by minus 7. So next B2. 1. So write C2 minus 5. Now you write perpendicular condition. So A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 0. Substitute A1 minus 3. So A2 3p by minus 7 plus B1 is 2p by 7. B2 1 plus C1 is 2. C2 minus 5, 0. So minus into minus plus represent 9p by 7. So 2p plus 2p by 7. 5 2s are 10. Minus into plus minus, send that right side. That is 10. Same denominators, add the numerators. That implies 9 plus 2, 11p by 7 is equal to 10. Cross multiply. So 11p is equal to 70. P is equal to 70 by 11. We got p value, students. Let us go for one more question. Let us go for one more question. So now, so write. Let us go for one more question. So now look at this one, skew lines. Skew lines. Skew lines. Skew lines means observe this, students. Observe this carefully. Parallel lines. Non-parallel lines. You observe both the figures, students. On a plane, parallel lines never intersect. Parallel lines never intersect. Non-parallel lines, these two lines are not parallel. They must intersect. They must intersect. Same thing will not happen in space. Space lines are completely different from plane lines. Look at this, students. Look at this. You observe these two pens. This is one line, this is one more line. So they are not parallel, non-parallel. Though they are not parallel, they are not intersecting. Observe the difference. On a plane, non-parallel lines intersect, whereas in a space, non-parallel lines need not to intersect. This type of lines are called as skew lines. Skew lines. Skew lines. Space lines which are neither parallel nor intersect. Space lines, look at the space lines, you observe both the pens. Space lines which are neither parallel nor intersect are called skew lines. Skew lines. I go for writing that. So space lines, plane lines. These are plane lines. Space lines which are neither parallel nor intersect are called skew lines. Skew lines. Further, skew lines are non-coplanar. So non-coplanar. You need not to buy at these, students. Just read and try to understand the concept, that's all. Now I am going to derive one derivation. So formula is so important in that time. So before that, look at the students, projection. AB, AC. Look at the students. Projection, I already explained this projection in vector chart. Projection of AB, AC is called, AC, the length AC is called projection of AB. The projection of AB. So right, projection means shadow. If I switch on battery on that line AB, you can see the length of AB. The the length of AB will be, the length of AB becomes AC. AC. So projection means image, shadow. Tell me image of AB. Image of AB. AC becomes image of AB. That AC is called projection of AB. AC is called, AC is the projection of AB. Projection of AB. So right, from the triangle cos theta adjacent by hypotenuse AC by AB, that implies AC is equal to AB cos theta. You try to understand the students. Project AC is called projection of AB on AC. Projection AC is the projection of AB. AC. Projection of AB on AC is equal to AB cos theta. Try to catch this point. Projection of AB on AC is equal to AB cos theta. AC. Similarly, projection of CD on BD. You write this, students. Projection of CD on BD is equal to CD cos theta. CD cos theta. Try to understand this. Projection of AB on AC is equal to AB cos theta. AC is equal to AB. Same thing I written. Projection of CD on BD. Projection of CD on BD is equal to CD cos theta. Using that, I am going to derive one important derivation, students. Look at this. So derive an expression. Derive an expression to find shortest distance between two skew lines. Skew lines R is equal to A1 plus lambda B1 and R is equal to A2 plus mu B2 both in vector and Cartesian forms. Look at this, students. So far this question has not been asked. But formula is very, very important, because we are going to solve problems on this. We are going to solve problems using that formula. Now I am going to derive that formula. Look at this, students. Solution. Draw the skew lines. I told you skew lines are neither parallel nor intersect. Here you can see these two lines are intersecting. If I extend this, they are intersecting. So since I written lines on the plane, that's why they are intersecting. If I take same lines in the space, they won't intersect. No way. So right, students, you take this as line 1. So line 2. So R is equal to A1 plus lambda B. Look at this, students. R is equal to A plus lambda B. A means point on the line, B is parallel vector. A means point on the line, B is parallel vector. So write that A. Point, I mark this point S. So A1. A1 is point on the line L1. You take this as line 1, you take this as line 2. So yes, T. T is a point on the line 2. Join that. Now look at this, students. You take shortest distance between these two lines as PQ. Its length of PQ has a D. Let us assume shortest distance between the lines as D. You take shortest distance between the lines as D. So right. So now go for that. So right. Let PQ is vector PQ is the shortest distance vector. What is vector PQ? Shortest distance vector. Let theta be the angle between so ST, vector ST and vector PQ. Look at this, students. The angle between vector ST and vector PQ. You take the angle between these two vectors as theta. You assume. So let that angle be whatever it is. Let that theta be whatever it is. You take angle between these two vectors as theta. Now you apply cos theta formula. What is cos theta? So what is cos theta between two vectors? That is vector A dot vector B by length of vector A into length of vector B. Let us use same formula. That vector formula cos theta A dot B. So ST dot PQ by so length of PQ mod. I told you, students, in 3D, whenever angle required, you use mod. In vector chapter, you need not to use mod, because in 3D we calculate acute angle. Acute angle means mod. Using mod is must, because positive angle. If I use mod, I am going to get positive. Acute means always positive. First quadrant angle, you know very well, right? ST, PQ length, right? Now come to the students. XT, vector ST. Let us calculate these things. You calculate these things and substitute, you are going to get the shortest distance. ST. What is ST? OT minus OS. OT means point T. I told you so many times, point to position vector, both of them are one and the same. Point and position vectors are one and the same. OT means there we have vector A2 minus OS. OS means vector A1. So I got that. Further, PQ, unit vector along PQ. Vector PQ. Vector means magnitude into unit vector. So you take whatever the vector is. Vector definition. One more alternate definition for vector is vector means magnitude into unit vector. Length of PQ known. We know the length of PQ. How much is length of PQ? D. Magnitude is known. So now you find out. It is enough if I find unit vector. So unit vector along vector PQ is unit vector along vector PQ is B1 cross B2 by magnitude of B1 cross B2. So PQ, vector PQ and B1 cross B2, they are parallel vectors. Vector PQ and B1 cross B2 are parallel vectors. If you wish, I write PQ and B1 cross B2. B1 cross B2 are parallel. So if they are parallel, unit vector, you can find unit vector easily. Unit vector means a vector by its magnitude. Unit vector means a vector by its magnitude. Vector PQ and B1 cross B2 are parallel vectors. These things cannot be seen in your figure. So you take that. Now I substitute that, therefore vector PQ is equal to, tell me length, magnitude. What is the magnitude of PQ? D. So D into unit vector. Here is unit vector. Vector by its magnitude. So B1 cross B2. So by magnitude of so B1 cross B2. Substitute both. You substitute all these in that formula. You will get the shortest distance. Shortest distance. So right. Cos theta is equal to cos theta is equal to tell me length of ST students ST sorry ST vector ST A2 minus A1 dot so tell me PQ here it is D into B1 cross B2 by magnitude of B1 cross B2 so right all divided by so ST length of ST into length of PQ. Look at this students. How much is length of PQ? From the figure you can see that length of PQ is D. So length of PQ is D. D get cancels. Now bring this side. Cross multiply. That implies ST cos theta is equal to, so tell me that students, ST cos theta is equal to mod of A2 minus A1, so dot B1 cross B2. This is in denominator, you write this in denominator, so write magnitude of B1 cross B2, so but ST cos theta. ST cos theta is nothing but PQ. PQ means shortest distance. SD, shortest distance. How this ST cos theta becomes PQ means, I told you that projection. What is the projection of ST on PQ? Projection of ST on PQ. You go for the projection formula. Projection of ST on PQ is equal to ST cos theta. Projection of ST on PQ. You go for projection of ST on PQ, so you are going to get PQ is equal to ST cos theta. Therefore, for that ST cos theta, you take PQ, substitute. So therefore, ST shortest distance is equal to so A2 minus A1, so dot so B1 cross B2, so by length of B1 cross B2. So this is a vector form. Vector form. Now I write in Cartesian form, students. Cartesian form. This is 5 mark question. Practice this. 5 mark question. Cartesian form. So Cartesian form. Writing Cartesian form is so easy. You write it directly, students. ST. Look at the students. So A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. Clearly it is box product. A dot B cross C. So box product, you know how to find box product. Box product means determinant. A2 minus A1. Let us write components of A2 minus A1. What is A1, students? A1 is point. What is A2? A2 is also point. Tell me this point x1, y1, z1. Tell me this point x2, y2, z2. Subtract. How much you are going to get, students? A2 minus A1 means x2 minus x1. Next y2 minus y1. Next z2 minus z1. This is x2, y2, z2. This is x1, y1, z1. Subtract one from the other. Now you write components of A dot B cross C. Determinant. A dot B cross C. Box product. Write the components of A2 minus A1. X2 minus x1. Y2 minus y1. Z2 minus z1. So components of B is parallel vector. How do you take a parallel vector? ABC. Components of parallel vector ABC. You take components of vector B1 as A1, B1, C1. Components of vector B2 as A2, B2, C2. So that is A1, B1, C1 A2, B2, C2. We got it. Length. So length of B1 cross B2 required. It's not easy, students. I told you technique to remember that. Even in exam also you write directly. If you have time, you calculate this in home, right? So write root of, length means root of, you write BC minus BC whole square. Length of any vector means root of I pakka square plus j pakka square plus k pakka square. So I am going to write the same thing. After BC CA minus CA whole square. CA, after that AB minus AB minus AB whole square. So you may be surprising, sir, BC minus BC 0 now, sir? No, now I correct it. So put 1, 2. So write. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 1. Reverse it. 1, 2, 2, 1. Now 1, 2, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 2, 1. So this is Cartesian function. B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So you find the length of this, you are going to get same thing. So this is the Cartesian form. Is Cartesian form. Okay, students, let us stop this class. By heart this formula. For the next class, you must by heart this formula. We are going to solve problems on this. Okay, thank you.